after a futile attempt to debunk his removal as chairman of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee of the All Progressives Congress. Governor Mahmud Mohammed of Yobe State must have known that the game was up yesterday when his counterpart in Niger State, Abubakar Sani Bello, took over the aims of affairs at the ruling party. Buni had been accused of employing all sorts of antics to delay and defer the National Convention of the APC in order to foist himself as the vice presidential candidate of the party in the 2023 elections. But this had pitted him against many of his colleagues and several party stalwarts who felt he was abusing his position as chairman of the APC Caretaker Committee. So it did not come as a surprise when President Muhammadu Buhari, in his capacity as leader of the APC, sanctioned Buni's removal on Sunday and directed Governor Sani Bello to act as chairman in his place. Now joining us to discuss Buni's long overdue ouster and what this means for Nigeria's ruling party as it prepares to hold its convention on March the 26th is Honorable Mahmud Mohammed, a member of the APC and chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on Housing between 2015 and 2019. He's also the coordinator of Senator Sani Musa's campaign organization. Good morning, Honorable Mohammed, and welcome to the Morning Show.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yes, Honorable Mohammed, let me ask you, what is happening in your party? A few weeks ago, we were told that there was no division in the party, there was no disagreement. The president returned from Brussels, the AU-EU summit in Brussels, and it looked like the party already had a direction. But just days down the line, the party appears to be in turmoil. You are an insider. What do you think this is all about? What do you think it portends for the future of the party?
Thank you very much. For me, this kind of disagreement is very normal in party. A matter of fact, the party will come out stronger by the time we overcome all this. Very true. There are allegations and counter-allegations about the leadership of His Excellency Mahmud Mohammed. And like you know, action speaks louder than voice. Action speaks louder than voice. If for 3 consecutive times we keep shifting the date for the convention, it simply will mean that one of the allegations being leveled against them was they are wanting to conduct the convention themselves. From the body language, you can see that it is happening. But for me, whatever that is happening is normal in democracy. All parties go through all this, and I believe strongly that APC is going to come out stronger. It will be stronger than it used to be. These are normal challenges. That's my take on that.
Right. Let's cast a backward glance now that Mahmud Buni's services are no longer required in that particular context. What do you make of his period as the Caretaker Committee chairman? What do you think his legacy will be? A lot of people, even his critics, did applaud him for being able to win over some bigwigs from other parties. What's your assessment of his almost 2 years at the helm of affairs?
Well, for me, Governor Sani Bello has been part of the committee, and I believe very well that most of the things that is going on there, he knows. So the fact that the president did not bring somebody from outside, I believe that he doesn't need to learn any processes because he knows what is there. I strongly believe that he would make sure that he drives the ship to Bath. I do know that he's one of the people that has been saying that, look, we need to do this convention, we need to do it. So now he has the opportunity. And what Nigerians are saying is that for a very long time, we have been shifting dates, and shifting dates. this does not speak good for the party. So I want to believe strongly that by God's grace, Governor Sani Bello should be able to deliver the mandate that is being given to him by the president and by extension the whole country at large. So I'm expecting a positive result from him, given the experiences he has gathered over this time.
I actually asked you for sort of a retrospective on Mai Mala Buni, not the governor of Niger State, Sani Bello. I was wanting you to talk about Mai Mala Buni's legacy in that period of time where he was at the head of affairs.
Okay. Okay. You see, there is no leadership, that will not have its good side and its bad side. He has done well in his own time, but the turnaround of events lately and a lot of allegations that have been leveled against him, some of them from the body language you can see that those allegations are true. I believe and I think strongly that he didn't do well. The APC just got out of Adams Oshomole's issue, and I'm very sure Mr. President also should have learned a lesson from what happened during the appointment of Adams Oshomole, and that should be able to guide him very correctly on the choice of who, he should choose to be the national chairman of the party. However, I want to say that every administration has its good side and bad side. Mai Mala has done his bit, but we expected a better performance from him to be able to stabilize the party. Unfortunately, the reverse is the case.
You say your party will come out stronger, but a lot of people will argue with you that your party has been weakened since 2019. You mentioned the Oshomole debacle, where for some time we didn't even know who was the party chairman. We didn't know if it was still Oshomole. We didn't know if it was a former governor for your state of Blessed Mary, Yobe. And remember how that went. Now, I'd like to ask you, truly, who is your party chairman? Because the Attorney General says that you can't pull a man out just like the way you have done in this sort of like gestaporic style you have done to Mai Mala Buni. And there might be backlash. And now, Sani Bello is saying, I'm just there as acting. And the next thing you're wondering, how come acting when the man is just abroad? So who is your party chairman now as we speak? Because I don't even know.
As far as I'm concerned, our party chairman is Governor Sani Bello of Niger State. He has been put to act to make sure that he conducts the convention. And I'd like to let you know that whatever
acting?
Issues that we've had at the APC.
Why is he acting?
Yeah, because he is acting because there is a process that is ongoing that is going to lead to the convention. And that convention will bring somebody who will be the chairman. So the transition time is so small, in fact, you will count in days. So the appropriate word to use was an acting just to steer the ship to that process. And I want to tell you very
So what happened to Buni? What happened to Buni? What happened to Buni, sir?
He stepped aside. After
Did he step aside?
He stepped aside.
Did he step aside?
I believe that the government has, the president has given directive, and this directive, as far as I'm concerned, a majority of the people are with this decision. It's just a few people that are on the other side. This is very normal of democracy. You cannot take away this. Other political parties are still going through the same process, like you know what is happening in PDP. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't need to overheat this process. I'm certain and I'm sure that, God's willing, APC will come out strong.
Okay, Honorable Mohammed, help us clarify this particular issue. It was reported in the papers yesterday, this, crisis that is ongoing in the APC. Later in the day, somebody said it was APC, it was fake news. But it's now been reconfirmed that it was not fake news, and that this day was right in making it its lead story in the papers yesterday. But there was one point in that report about the Attorney General of the Federation, who is also a strong member of the party, apart from being Attorney General, are saying that, look, the president cannot unilaterally remove the caretaker committee chairman, and that only the National Executive Committee of the party, the NEC, is empowered under the party constitution to remove anybody after serving Buni 7 days notice. Now, could you explain to us how this happened? I mean, it will look like the president acted unilaterally against the constitution of the party. And don't you think that this is a violation of your party's internal democracy processes, and that this could have implications later, long term?
Well, for me, the Attorney General's job is to advise the government, which he seems to have done in this instance. But there's more to it than meet the eyes. There's certain things that when you let open, the danger of letting it open will have been more than when you keep quiet on it. I am not saying that the president acted unilaterally. I'm sure the president that I know doesn't do that. He will make consultation. So the issue of whether or not his removal has taken place, certain decisions sometimes have been taken in order to make things right. These laws, these constitutions have been made by us. I don't mean to say that we should break the rules. No. But certain decisions are taken in order to avert crisis. In this instance, I am not with the president. I don't know when and how the Attorney General told the president and what is the president's reaction. But what I do know is that even you, the press, the gentlemen of the press, sometimes you overheat the situation. We have been on this matter for a very long time. Reports will come. Mr. A has been endorsed, Mr. B, tomorrow this, tomorrow that. So it is a collective effort of all of us, inclusive, everybody, to make sure that we have a very peaceful environment to conduct our activities, be it political or not political. So I want to say that I don't want to comment on whether or not the president's position, what is the president's position on the advice that is being given. But I'm sure that he will have a look at it. But for now, the leader of the party has spoken, has directed that Governor Sani Bello of Niger State becomes the acting chairman, and we stand by it.
Honorable Mohammed, sorry to interrupt you, but the point you made about journalists being part of the problem, we are not part of the problem. We are impartial, analysts in this matter. Well, we are not politicians.
Yes.
We just do our job.
Yes,
but if you look, okay, you want to respond to that? Please go ahead. Okay.
Yes, the point I was trying to make that time is I believe that every job has professional ethics. You have been told on how to do the job. Now, as a journalist, as novice as I may be in that field, I know that there is investigative journalism. You don't release information that you are not sure about, that you have not investigated. Very recently, we have been told that Mr. President has anointed Mr. A and Mr. B. It keeps coming. And then at least once, the presidency made a comment that nobody has been anointed already. So you see, that kind of report that is not being confirmed, being made, will heat up, in fact, has heated up the tension a lot. Because those of us that are also interest group, of course, you will not expect that we'll just sit down like that to that news. At that particular moment, our thought, our thinking, our programs, our calculation, we'll have to change. We'll have to go back to drawing board to start looking at things. How do we do? How do we go about this because of this kind of information that are false? So I don't mean to say that the press 100%. No, in everything there are the good ones, there are the bad ones. I'm only trying to draw their attention that the press should make sure that the information they want to release to the public are confirmed genuine and authentic so that they don't mislead the populace. That's the point I want to make with due respect to the journalism profession.
Honorable, no problem. We're used to it. I mean, the thing about the journalism profession is that everybody is an expert. They all have an opinion, you know, about how the job should be done.
Yeah.
But that's understandable because we're in the public arena. But I wanted to ask you, how do you think that your party will resolve this matter? Because you are very optimistic. You say, oh, it will be resolved. The standard response. What if some members of the party go to court? What if the party finds itself in a difficult place in terms of its own internal democracy processes? And then that sabotages the party.
I think the onus of getting this thing very right, I want to say, lies on the acting chairman, Governor Sani Bello. The way and manner, you know, he will conduct the processes of the party. If he does it free and fair, with all sincerity, I'm sure we'll get some relief. The issue of court cases. You saw what happened, unfortunately, in Zamfara and some of our states. If it turns out that the party took a wrong step and the court was able to say no, of course the party will have no option than to align with the court decision. But I believe strongly that Governor Bello has a lot of work to do. He needs to get the people together. He needs to run the whole process free and fair. Let there be an inclusive. And then when people are angry and you appease to them, you talk to them, I believe that will get out of it. And this is what I'm expecting from Governor Sani to do in order to keep this party moving.
Right. I just really, to what extent can you give us, the public, and also APC supporters, any kind of assurance that that March 26th date will not be subject to yet another tedious postponement? Is it going to hold? Is your convention finally going to hold on March 26th? Because now we can see there's been a huge shift in the situation in the APC. Is that going to cause further delays, another postponement?
Well, I am not the chairman, I'm not the acting chairman, but I strongly believe that prior to now, I know he's one of the people that has been fighting for the convention to take place. However, given the short time, he has no option than to walk all through. But if for any reason there comes a need for postponement, maybe 1 or 2, 3 days to make things work out, all he needs to do is to explain to Nigerians why that has to be why that postponement, and I'm sure Nigerians are not fools. They will also listen and understand. So I'm very optimistic, by God's grace, that if the acting chairman does the right thing, we'll be able to go get out of this quagmire we find ourselves. And most times, what is usually causing issue is that it's not that you have defeated me. No, you took a step that is not right or a step against me, and you say I shouldn't complain. You will not parley with me. You will not appease with me to me. So how do you want peace? So this is where Governor Sani Bello needs to really work. Even Mala, he's still a party member. He might even need 1 or 2 advice or something from him. If there's a need for that, there's nothing wrong if he goes to him. And Mala should see himself as a Nigerian, as a party man. The party goes on. God forbid, today if Mala falls and die, or I fall and die, are we saying that the party cannot go on?
Okay.
No. So no matter how good he is, or how perfect he is, a time will come that he will have to step aside. Okay. So let him take it that, well, I have done my bit, and join hand with the leadership the way others supported him. That is the logic thing to do. APC is not a one-man entity. It belongs to the members of the party, and it should be conducted. It should not be conducted as a personal thing. Okay, you must do your things according to the wish of the people.
Well, thank you very much, Honorable Mohammed, for joining us. You can be certain that we'll keep an eye on developments, not just in the APC, but in all the 18 registered political parties taking part in the 2023 general election. Thank you very much indeed.